I think some of the room number 6 people are also here in the online, right? Any room number 6 people are there? Can you respond, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think today offline classes and the online classes for room number 6 are slightly different for some reason. Okay, we are going to discuss continuity. Basically, continuity is just after limits only. If you know your limits thoroughly, you can do this. One more thing, especially for offline people. Today, actually, we wanted to separate room number 5 and 7 also. Okay, but we were not aware because in the last Saturday also very few people came. Okay, if you are aware well before that this many people will come, we would have separated 5 separate and 7 separate. Okay. So based on today's attendance, I think Stanley sir will see, and he will tomorrow 5 and 7 will be separate. Okay. If somebody wants to come to physical classes, you don't have to be scared that too many people are coming. All right. So depending on the number of people, we'll be planning where. I think especially bus facility is there now. More people will be coming up. All right. So, all right. So continuity is the today's topic. Today and tomorrow we have to discuss. I'll tell brief theory. It doesn't take much time. All right. So I'll request especially offline people, you should be quiet. Okay. We have very less time. You have to cooperate. So basically, what is continuity? In a sense, if you draw the graph of that function, if there is no gap anywhere, okay, then we say it is continuous. For example, let's say I have a graph something like this. Nowhere there is any gap. Even if I take something like this, there may be a very sharp turn here. Suddenly the graph turned maybe, but there is no gap anywhere. Okay, but you are able to see. Let us say I have a function at 5, before 5, after 5, one particular function, but at 5 to not this point, it is somewhere here. Okay, you can see there is a gap here, right? Or a function can be closed here, that is that point is there, but it will be like this. That is also discontinuous because there is a gap in the graph. Here also there is a gap in the graph. Sometimes the gap in the graph can be like this. Okay. Here what happens is, if let's say this is 2 and this is some 4. When you're approaching 5 from this side or from this side, your values of the function are reaching 2. So at 5, what the left limit will be? 2 only. And what is the right limit? 2. So limit exists. It is equal to 2. But f of 5 is not 2. F of 5 is 4. Okay. So one case where the function is not continuous is left limit and right limit are same. Limit also exists, but limit is not equal to function value. That is here limit extends to 5, f of x is 2, but f of 5 is 4. Whereas coming to this, if this is 5 and this is 2 and this is 4, this function is not continuous. Left limit and right limit are not equal, but it is left continuous but not right continuous. What I mean by that? From this graph, I can conclude limit extends to 2 minus f of x is 4. F of 5 is also 4, but limit extends to 2 plus f of x is 2. Sorry, 5 plus. When you're approaching 5 from this side, your function values are reaching 2. When you approach 5 from this side, your function values are reaching 4. And exactly at 5 value is also 4. Because left limit and right limit are not equal. One is 4 and one is 2. Limit doesn't exist. Okay. But left limit and the function value are same at a particular point. Then we say it is left continuous. But you're not right continuous because right limit and function value are different. This example, neither limit exists, nor it is left continuous, nor it is right continuous. Okay, if you take same example, this is 5 and this is 2 and this is 4 and this is 6. At 5, what is the left limit? When you look at the values just before 5, where is the function value is reaching? 2. When you approach 5 from the right side, that is, here you take function value, here you take function value, here you take, those values are reaching what? 6. So left limit is 2, right limit is 6. At 5, what is the function value? 4. So limit also doesn't exist. It is not even left continuous, not even right continuous. Okay. So when will a function be discontinuous is sometimes limit exists but not equal to function value. Okay. Sometimes left limit and right limit are different. Function value is also different. Sometimes left and right are different, but function value may be equal to one of them. Okay. So basically, at x equal to a, if you want to know whether a function is continuous or not, you have to just do things. Limit extends to a, f of x should be f of a. So at a, please come. At a, the limit of the function should be equal to the function value. Sometimes you have to find limit directly. Sometimes, in the question it will not be mentioned that you have to find left limit and right limit. But depending on the limit, if there is an integer part of x or some other things are there, okay, you need to find left limit, right limit. So sometimes I can even state for a function to be continuous, limit extends to a plus f of x should be equal to limit extends to a minus f of x should be f of it. Okay, you can define continuity like this or like this. And sometimes right side function is not even defined. That's after a function is not even defined for some interval. Then if left limit is equal to the function value, it is not only left continuous, it is continuous itself because right limit is not even there. Sometimes left side function is not defined, but right side function is there. Okay. For example, if I talk about f of x is equal to log x by x or something like that. Okay. Before 0, the function is not even defined. So there will be only right limit here. And I can define f of 0 as some other value. If this limit is equal to this, I can say at 0 it is continuous, even though left side the function is not there. That is exception. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about this little later. Right now, just worry about at wherever you want to check continuity, there you find the limit, it should be equal to function value. As simple as that. No more much theory required. Okay. Sometimes they will ask the function and they will not tell at which point it is discontinuous. They will not say check it continuity at 7, 9 or something. They will say, just say at how many points it is discontinuous. For that, you should have some general maturity. For example, we know sin x, cos x are continuous. Tan x is also continuous wherever it is defined. At pi by 2 it is not continuous because if you look at the tan, at 90 from one side it is reaching plus infinity, another side is reaching minus infinity. So I can say tan is not continuous at pi by 2, but first of all, tan is not even defined at pi by 2. In the domain of the tan, pi by 2 is not there. So tan x is continuous wherever it is defined, right? Okay, and polynomials are continuous. Quadratic, cubic, okay, linear polynomials are continuous. Then one way, if you are saying everything is continuous, where is the chance of discontinuity? Sometimes you see there is a change in the definition. Before 5, this is a definition. After 5, this is a definition. Whenever there is a change in the definition, okay, then the function can be discontinuous. Or sometimes if there is a greatest integer function, greatest integer function, suddenly the values jump up. Okay, it may become discontinuous. Fractional part of x. Okay, so these are the some examples where you have to check and discontinue at some places. Okay, as you do questions, it will be clear. But the theory for this chapter is very, very simple. If you want a function to be continuous, simply the limit should be equal to function value at that point. Okay, take your material. As usual, I'll just do multiples of 3 in the today's numbers. Okay. I want to do every third question, but here they said 1 to 20. So I'm going to discuss 3, 6, 9 like that. Okay. Okay, third question is f of x is equal to mod x plus integer part of x minus 1. If you look at the options, they asked at 0 and 1. Okay. Frankly, this is very, very easy to check, nothing to write. Why? Some more theory you can say. Let us say there are two functions f and g. If this function is continuous, you can even take f into g also same rule applicable. Even f by g also same rule applicable. If this function is continuous and this function is continuous, their sum will be continuous. If this is continuous and this is continuous, their product is also continuous. Their ratio is also continuous. It can be proved. Okay. But this may be discontinuous, this may be discontinuous, but their sum can be continuous. I'll give you a very simple example. Let us say for f and g at a, the left hand limit for this 2 and for this 3. The right hand limit for f is 3 and for this 2. F alone at a limit exists? No, because left limit is 2 and right limit is 3. At a limit doesn't exist. For this also like that only. But if you take f plus g, what is the left limit? 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. What is the right limit? 5. Okay, so this limit doesn't exist, this limit doesn't exist, but there's some limit exists. Same thing about continuity. This is discontinuous at a, this also discontinuous at a, but their sum can be continuous. So two discontinuous functions can add up to a continuous function. A simple obvious example is if you take integer part of x plus fractional part of x. Integer part of x alone, all of you know the step function graph. At every integer there is a sudden gap, so it is discontinuous. Fractional part of x will be like this. Okay, at every integer suddenly it drops down from 1 to 0. Okay, it is discontinuous. But you know integer part of x plus fractional part of x is x, and x is a simple straight line without any discontinuity. So this is discontinuous, this is discontinuous, but their sum is continuous. Okay, that's fine. So when both are continuous, their sum is continuous. When both are discontinuous, I am not saying their sum is continuous. Their sum can be continuous. I am saying. For example, here let us say this is 7 and this is 100. This is discontinuous, this is discontinuous. Their sum is also discontinuous because left limit is 102 and right limit is 9. Okay. So two discontinuous function may add up to continuous function, may not. Okay. But when one is continuous, one is discontinuous, definitely their sum is discontinuous. Okay. Why? Let us say this left limit and right limit are 2, but for this left limit is 5 and right limit is 3. If I take their sum, what is the left limit? 7 and the right limit 5. They will be different only. If these two are same and these two are different, their sum will be different. So when one is continuous, one is discontinuous, their sum will be discontinuous. What do you think about the product? If one is continuous, one is discontinuous, the product will is for sure discontinuous or may be continuous, may not be continuous. What do you want to comment? Anybody? Yeah, in this example, it is different. Okay. Yeah, but instead of 2, if I put 0, here 0 here. This is continuous because left and right are same. This is discontinuous. Their sum is also discontinuous. But in the case of product, one is continuous, one is discontinuous. The product can be continuous. Okay, because this is 0 and this is 0 product, right? Okay. So sum we have to be a little careful, but in it, product. In addition, when one is continuous, one is discontinuous, their sum will be discontinuous. This without solving anything, I'll write for sure because I know mod x is a very simple graph with V shape like this. It is nowhere discontinuous. Even at 0, it is continuous. It may not be differentiable. We'll talk about differentiability later. Okay. So this is continuous everywhere, but integer part of x. In fact, I can take this one outside and write integer part of x minus 1. I can write this as mod x minus 1 plus integer part of x. Mod x minus 1 is a simple V shape. You can move downward one, it is continuous. Integer part of x is discontinuous at every integer. I very well know it. So I don't have to again check at 5 plus what is the answer, 5 minus what is the answer, 0 plus what is the answer, 0 minus answer. Directly I can say at every integer discontinuous what is speak of 0 and 1. So option should be option B, neither continuous at 0 nor at x equal to 1. So without all that, if you want to write an answer, very simple. Okay, the question is mod x plus integer part of x minus 1. That is mod x plus integer part of x minus 1 outside, which is mod x minus 1 plus integer part of x. So this is continuous. and this is discontinuous at every integer. So f is discontinuous at every integer. Okay, I'm not writing neatly, but I'm telling what it is, right? So this is continuous, this is discontinuous at every integer. Because of that, f is discontinuous at every integer. Okay, sixth question. Yeah, so one more thing before today we have maths counseling, right, in the evening, 4 to 5. Okay, so of course MSK sir also will be taking counseling, but still in yesterday's exam paper, if any doubts? Huh? Today I'm not college full day. For a college is full day. Oh, I was thinking half day. I'm not aware of. Okay, fine. What about for online people then? For them also full day. Uh, Online also up to 4:30. Okay, all right. I'm not aware. I did not see that carefully. Okay, good. Okay, then about doubt discussion, I'll kind of find out what is the details. I'll tell you. Okay, fine. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Okay, f of x. After many days, I'm telling quiet, please. All right. So this is a very simple question because there's not so much ambiguity. X not equal to 0, this is a function. At x equal to 0, this is a function. If you want a continuous at 0, limit at function value should be same. That's it. So 12, which is f of 0, should be same as limit x tends to 0 f of x. How to find limit of this? So basically continuity means just you are using your limit formulas only once again. That's all. How will you do this in limits? I need e power x minus 1 by x. So I divide with x and multiply with x. What about this sine x by k? Divide with x by k, multiply with x by k. So sine of x by k by x by k and into x by k. Log 1 plus x by 4 and divide with x by 4 and multiply with x by 4. Whatever we need for formula. Sine x by x, we have a formula. For that, I divide and multiply with this. E power x minus 1 by x, so I multiply and divide with log 1 plus x by x, also I limit 1. So divide with this. So this is 1 gone. This is 1 gone. This is 1 gone. This x and this x and this x square will cancel. Okay. So k into 4, 4k will go. So 12 is 4k, so k is 3. Okay. So for doing these questions is nothing great. If you are thorough with your limits, it is just a very silly thing, right? Online people, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, 12th question. Ninth, sorry. Basically, the question is f of x is equal to 1 by x minus k minus 1 by e power 2x minus 1. This is when x not equal to 0. When x is 0, what it is, we don't know. Okay. They are asking what should be the value of k and what should be the value here so that it will be continuous. Okay. Because if k is something else chosen, the answer will be infinity, and whatever you put it here, it will not be continuous. So, we have to select as k such as that this should be a finite number, and the here value should be that finite number. So, they are asking what should be k and what should be f of 0. Okay, so let us try to find the limit here. So, basically, f of 0 should become equal to limit extends to 0 1 by x minus k minus 1 by e power 2x minus 1. Let me take LCM here. I'll get e power 2x minus 1 minus k minus 1 into x by x into e power 2x minus 1. Okay. Now, e power 2x minus 1, I can simply write by 2x and into 2x. This limit will be 1. We have a formula. So, nothing to worry about it. So, now coming to this, e power 2x minus 1 minus k minus 1 into x by 2x square. Okay. How to find limit of this, or for what values of k this limit exists? You can use L'Hospital rule, or you can do expansions. One of them has to be done. Okay. Why? If you directly put 0, what is happening? This is becoming 0. Okay. What is happening to this? This is also becoming 0. 1 minus 1, 0. This is 0. Okay. Now, if I use expansions, e power x expansion is 1 plus 2x whole power 1 by 1 factorial, 2x whole square by 2 factorial, 2x whole cube by 3 factorial, so on, minus 1 minus k minus 1 into x by 2x square. Okay. Now, 1 will get cancelled. Let us say this x term and this x term don't get cancelled. Okay. For example, this is only 1 and 2x minus x is x. X by 2x square, it will be 1 by 2x, and what is the limit of that at 0? It will be infinity. Okay. So these two has to cancel out. If the x term is remaining in the numerator, but by x square is there, then that limit will be tending to infinity at 0. Then how can it be equal to a constant here? It can't be. So for this limit to exist and be finite, this and this should cancel out. So that means 2 should be equal to k minus 1. And not only that, if 2 and k minus 1 are equal, they will be cancelled. Now this by this just a number, that limit will be existing. And all others are 0 because here x cube and here x square, when you cancel out one, x will be left, it will be 0. Here x power 4 by x square, it will be, rest all will become 0. What is left now for us? The limit will be, okay, 2 square by 2 factorial with another 2 down, which is 1 only. No, 2 into 2. So this into 2 will come down. Okay, 2 square whole by 2 factorial is total numerator by 2 down. Okay, that is 1 only. Right? Yeah. Here x square coefficient is 2. Here also 2x square by 2x square is after all 1. Okay. So the limit is 1. The limit is 1 and the limit will be 1 only when k is 3. If k is not 3, the limit will be infinite. Right? Okay. So k should be 3 and f of 0 should be 1 for this function to be continuous. If you want to do same thing by using L'Hospital rule, this is 0 by 0 form, you can use L'Hospital rule. What will happen? 2 e power 2x, derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of this is k minus 1 by 4x. Now when you directly put 0, denominator is 0 now, numerator is 2 minus k minus 1, which is 3 minus k. If it is not becoming 0, a non-zero number by 0, answer limit will be infinite. Okay, so if you want limits to be finite, k should be 3. So 2 should be equal to k minus 1. Here also you will get the same thing. And once it is true that this is also 2, we look on 2 into e power 2x minus 1 by 2 into 2x. What is e power 2x minus 1 by 2x? That limit 1. 2 by 2 is also 1. That limit is 1. Okay. So again, same thing. That k must be 3 and f of 0 must be 1. Okay. This limit extends to 0 after L'Hospital rule. This is after simplification. It will be 1. Okay. So now we can look at the answer. They asked the ninth question. What is k value? What is f of 0? K and f of 0. K should be 3 and f of 0 should be 1 for the function to be continuous. That is the final answer. Online people, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Somebody in the online, tell me how many participants are there in the online?
54, sir.
54. Okay. So including room number 5, 6, 7 put together, 3 rooms put together, 54 people. Including 3-4 teachers there, 3 teachers at least. So 51. So it means each section 17 people roughly are in online. 54. What is the physical attendance, madam? How many people are there here? 40. Room number 5, 7 together, here 40 people are there. So 20 from each roughly. Those are serious. This February exam is the best chance to get a very good percentile. Okay. Later on, some more people realize, some people don't write well February, then they will realize they'll start preparing. Okay. So as you go to March exam, April exam, the competition will increase. Okay. February exam, maybe some people have not studied all these days, or they could not study because of various online situations and all that. So those who could manage to study in the recent 6 months nicely and use this time properly, they have better chances in February than future later on. Even for your seniors, it happened. For them, first exam was in January and next time was in September. Na? Okay. When it came to September, a lot of people did not study in the COVID situation. They were at home and various situations. Okay. But in the actual exam, what happened is very few people only percentile increased. Very few people. Okay. Many of them, some people marks came down, percentile came down. Some people they got in September better marks than January. But still the percentile is very less compared to the January. That means more people got at that time, same marks like that. Okay. So sometimes you don't get carried away by marks. I'm talking about in the future attempts. Okay. In your April attempt or something, your marks may improve, but there's no guarantee that your percentile will be better. And ultimately, percentile only matters, right? Okay. So try to do well in February only. Take it seriously now. You don't have any other distractions. Board exams dates. AP has not announced anything about board exam dates, right? And if they also follow same like CBSE, they want to plan keep in May. Okay, you don't have any tension now. At least even preparing for board exams. And your seniors MSET classes, that is, those are joining IIT center classes started within 10 days. They're going to have exams also. Okay, at least some IITs or all IITs, I don't know. Instead of 2 semesters, they made 3 semesters in the first year. Okay, they teach for 2 months. Within 15 days, they keep exam. Semester is over. 15 days holidays and another semester. Okay, so they are only teaching maths and physics in the first semester, and January 15th, most of them have exams. Okay, but that is about NITs and some at least IITs are not about NITs. I don't know. But MSET, even counseling is not fully thoroughly completed. They are not even started classes. Okay. I don't know what the state government is doing. Okay, 12th one. Okay, they want the function to be continuous at 5. Okay. These are very simple linear functions. Practically, this mod also doesn't have a big role. Here they wrote pi minus x and here they wrote x minus pi. They are same. Mod a minus b and mod b minus c are same, right? Okay. So anyway, because the function is changing, I have to find limit extends to 5 minus f of x, f of 5, and the limit extends to 5 plus f of x. All of them should be same. Left limit, function value, and right limit should be same. But I can easily say that these will come same. Why? Because both are coming from this definition only. If you want left limit at 5, we'll put 5 here. If you want a value at 5, you put 5 here only because equality is here. So when I put 5, this is a mod pi minus 5 plus 1. This is also same, a mod pi minus 5 plus 1. But this comes from this, b mod pi minus 5 plus 3. Okay. Pi minus 5 is negative, but when you reverse it, 5 minus 5 is positive. So it is actually 5 minus pi only. Okay. Mod x is equal to minus x when x is negative. So this is negative. I have to take a negative of that plus 1. And this is remove the mod as it is positive. So it is 5 minus 5 plus 3. They wanted what anyway? A minus b. So bring this one here, 3 that side. A minus b common 5 minus pi. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So a minus b is equal to 2 by 5 minus pi. This is a very easy question given in 2019. I think overall this maths material is very good for you because below the question we also mentioned which year it is given. Okay, so you are very confident that this is a JEE mains question and some are given in the recent times. Okay. Maths material, if you taken print on your own, it's okay. All right. Some people paid to Joginath sir 200 rupees. They've taken the book. That's also okay, fine. But if some people came today and you want suddenly the books, somehow books are not there. Okay. So if you want to tell me, I'll get it by tomorrow. Okay. So those who want books by tomorrow, this that part 1, part 2 together. Okay. Please raise your hand. I'll get it by tomorrow. Even if you told Joginath sir, those books are also over. Okay. You have to tell me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay,
Sir,
8. 8 people are there. Yes, online. Who is that?
sir, I also wanted, sir.
Okay, you are coming to college tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Online. Anybody else want?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
me also, sir. Sorry, no.
It's difficult for me to count. In the chart you mentioned, I'll see in the chart. Whoever wanted, whoever told me also mentioned in the chart. Okay. Okay, count. Okay, roughly 10 people here physically. So you have to get 200 rupees tomorrow. I'll get the books by tomorrow. Okay, now this is 12. Next 15. Question number 13 also same. Okay, I'll just do multiples of 3. If the something similar is there, one is given in 2011 and one is given in 2019. Okay, as it is same. Okay. So I think when you see this kind of question, it should be an impetus for you to do past year mains question nicely. Okay, at least let them repeat some questions. Okay, limit extends to 0 minus f of x. I'm not writing the question, expecting everybody should have the question with them. Should be equal to f of 0, should be equal to limit extends to 0 plus f of x. F of 0 straight away q, and the left hand limit is limit extends to 0 minus, quiet place, sin x by x here, by x here. Right hand limit extends to 0 plus root x plus x square minus root x by x power 3 by 2 is x root x. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is q. Let us see how to find this limit. Take root x common and cancel. We'll get limit extends to 0 plus root 1 plus x minus 1 by x. Here I can add 1, subtract 1, or I can rationalize it. If I rationalize it, I'll get 1 plus x minus 1 by x into 1 by root over 1 plus x plus 1. 1 and 1 will cancel, x and x will cancel. When I put 0, I'll get 1 by 2. Quiet place. Here, sin x by x limit is 1. Sin p plus 1 by x, I have to multiply p plus 1 and all that, it will become p plus 1. Okay. If somebody want to know why this limit is p plus 1, divide with p plus 1, multiply p plus 1. This part limit is 1, but into p plus 1 is this, it is p plus 1. So it will become p plus 2. Okay. So that's it. Q must be 1 by 2. P must be 1 by 2 minus 2, which is minus 3 by 2. Okay. So this is more or less like limits only, not anything much. I don't think any other batch can say this. Your batch can say this. Say this, that you risk your life to get into IITs or NITs. Okay. That much you can say. No other batch can has privilege to say that. So it's completed. Just read the next one, 18th one, and try it. Okay, 18. One can easily go wrong in this question. Okay, what is that? They gave u of x is equal to 1 by x minus 1. F of u, they gave 1 by u square plus u minus 2. Quiet, please. Don't take advantage of very mass for talking. If I take LCM and simplify, I'll get x minus 1 whole square up. Here I'll get 1 plus x minus 1 minus 2 into x minus 1 whole square, which is x minus 1 whole square. If I expand this, or I can factorize it either way. Let me factorize it differently here. This I can write u minus 1 into u plus 2. Okay, let me substitute there. Both are fine, but I want to do this. 1 by x minus 1 minus 1. 1 by x minus 1 plus 2. X minus 1 will go up. I'll get x minus 1 whole square. This will become minus x. This will become 2x minus 1. Okay. Okay, finally, f of u is this 2 minus 1 minus 1 plus 2x. 2x minus 1, correct? Now, what is the here? This is 2 minus x. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So, our f of u is this. Tell me, what is the domain of this function? All real numbers except 2 and 1 by 2. Where this is 0 at 2. Where this is 0 at 1 by 2. Except 2 and 1 by 2 everywhere is defined and it is continuous. Wherever it is defined as a continuous, simple rational function by rational function is continuous everywhere provided it is defined. But there's one problem. It is actually not defined at 1 also. Yes. Taking this up, one may say at 1 it is 0. No. Okay. If somebody asks you 1 by x, it is x. Yeah, it's right, but not at 0. You cannot say 1 by 0 is 0. Right? Is 1 by 0 0? That's all. 1 by 0 is not defined. There's nothing talking about 1 by not defined is 0, meaningless. 1 by 0 itself is not defined. In the same way, you can talk about f of u only when u is defined, na? Okay, but when is u defined? For all x values except 1. Okay, so it's very important that when you write here, we should write here x should not equal to 1. Then only it is defined. The same thing will continue here. Okay, f of u is equal to this. You substitute here, but at the same time, you should not write x not equal to 1. You should carry on because that is u only you are talking about. Here also x should not be 1. Apart from x should not be 1, you got two more things now, that x should not be 2 also, x should not be 1 by 2. In fact, without calculating, I can say here, if you want f of u to be defined, first of all, u should be defined. After that, f of u should be defined. For u to be defined, 1 is not okay. For f of u to be defined, u should not be 1 and u should not be minus 2. When u will be 1, when you try to find that x value, it will come 2. When u is minus 2, you try to find that x value, it will come 1 by 2. So these are all not okay. At x equal to 1, 2, and off, okay, f of u is not defined. So it is discontinuous at 3 points, not 2 points. That is where somebody can go wrong. They may forget to count this 1, okay, in 18th question. Those who completed, you can try 21. Just read it at least. Not given? Not given? Oh, okay. I'll forward as soon as class. I sent to other teachers. I forgot to put in my own section where I'm teaching. Okay, 21. F of 0 is given as k root 2 and log 3. If you want it to be continuous at 0, limit should be same. So limit extends to 0 f of x when you try to find. It is limit extends to 0 72 power x minus 8 power x plus 1 by root 2 minus root over 1 plus cos x. Okay. Okay, this is a limits question basically. Numerator, if you factorize it, the 72 you can write 9 into 8. It can be nicely written as 9 power x minus 1 into 8 power x minus 1 because this into this is 72 power x, this into this is 9 power x plus 1. In fact, from these two you can take 9 power x common, from these two you can take 1 common. That's how we can factorize it. Okay, if you want, I'll write one step before that. Take 9 power x common, you'll get 8 power x minus 1. Take minus common, you'll get 8 power x minus 1. This, you can rationalize it. You will get 2 minus 1 plus cos x. And here root 2 plus root 1 plus cos x. Nothing to worry about this because that will not become 0. Okay, now in the next step, this is 9 power x minus 1, 8 power x minus 1. This is 1 minus cos x. Okay, you need by x here, by x here, by x square here. Everything is adjusted nicely. And this is root 2 plus root 1 plus 1, which is root 2. Okay. A power x minus 1 by x, the limit formula is log a. So this is log 9, and that one is log 8, and this is 1 by 2, and that one is root 2 plus root 2. Now log 9, you can write 3 square and bring 2 outside. You can write it as 2 log 3. Log 8 is 2 cube. You can write 3 log 2. This 2 will come up into 2 root 2. Okay. So finally, this limit is coming for us 24 root 2. 24 root 2 log 2 and log 3. If you compare this and this, k should be 24. They gave f of 0 is this, but this limit is coming this much, so k should be 24. So somebody can apply elapsable rule here, but you might apply twice, but it is unnecessary. You understand this is more easy. Don't only depend on elapsable rule. Be aware of elapsable rule and see wherever it is it saves time, use it, but don't have to use everywhere. Okay, I'll send the numbers in WhatsApp group, but today limits you're supposed to complete 1 to 20. Okay, in that I have done some 7 questions. You can do other questions. In continuity, sorry, not in limits, continuity. All right, we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.